Today's video is all about them digital things. So if you aren't into that, I completely understand. I used to be kind of scared too. So we will be rewiring the custom gauge cluster components to a more permanent solution, and also we'll be making a wiring harness to connect the gauges into the Goldwing without causing permanent damage to the bike's wiring harness, so it can be undone. And maybe we'll fix a 3D printer if we get lucky. So first order of business is to make a permanent programming interface connection. To get started, I soldered a 6-pin connector to program the CPU and a 4-pin connector to control the screen. To program the screen, I would disconnect the screen from the electronics and use the same interface wires to program the screen. That will not work that well once everything is mounted to the bike, so I came up with another solution to which we'll get on later. But first we need to make this screen board connection permanent and make a programming harness that will be used once everything is mounted to the Goldwing. Here I am removing the 4-pin screen connector first, and then the 6-pin programming interface connector. The diagram scribbled on a piece of paper is for reference where to place the wires in the connector plug I'm making and which color wires go to the programming plugs later on. Now I'm removing connector plug that is used to give it power and control it, basically send the data and receive data from it. We're going to solder it directly to the wires and to the piece of board I built. Here we have a little on-the-go redesign. The wires need to be soldered on the back side of the board, but the screen goes on the top. So, we just got ourselves a hole to pass the wires through. Since we wired quite a few components, it is a good idea to actually test if we didn't break anything or did not misconnect anything. So here I'm just quickly soldering a couple wires so I can give it power and see if our screen comes online. And as I found out, it did not. So we have power to the main board but nothing to the screen, and I found a wire that wasn't soldered correctly, so here we go. We make a good electrical connection, flip it back on, hey, test, and we have power. So my 3D printer stopped reading SD cards. But I got some parts. Let's try and fix this thing. Put me a power cord. Let's see, I think we can turn it on in this position. And start moving. Okay. So we have this screen here, and before, when we take a card and stick it in here, okay, we SD card insert, click print. Same thing. No piano, not working, same thing. Well, it didn't work, but let's put it back together so I can get it out of here. Here it is, in all of its glory. All the ends are hooked up, even the programming interface. So now we build, I hugely overestimated how many wires, well, how thick the wires will get, so I need to cut this out more. I'll need to print another one of these, probably in PLA, not in, I mean in ABS, not in PLA, like I have now. This is too fragile. So basically, it's a three-way sandwich. A heatsink goes on this side, then this puppy goes here, and the screen goes on top. So I cut the bigger hole for wires. Make the sandwich. I'll meet you at the bike. Okay, Houston, we have a problem. Like my shock is triggered and the first gear is always on. Okay, come on. So yeah, so my shock is triggered and the gear is on. and my number one gear is even disconnected in here. Anyway, so what's going on, the same thing with the shock signal. Basically this whole zero bank on this multiplexer is pulled up internally to 5 volts, so they get shorted out to ground. That's how the signal gets detected. But there is no pull up to 5 volts. If we look at, let's see, I'm gonna poke it. Right, that's my first gear. That's neutral. See how it jumps. That's first gear, that's neutral. You know, first gear, neutral. That's the first gear, nothing. We're going to neutral, we have 5 volts. Right, see, 5 volts. Same thing with the shock selector. Right there, this is my shock sensor. There's no 5 volts, and if we go to the oil, there we go, 5 volts. So, what I think happened is I fried the multiplexer, because when I was watching this up to the bike to see if I am detecting the RPMs correctly, I had it upside down and was hooking up the wiring, because that's ground, ignition and 12 volts, so basically I was hooking it up from the wrong end, so the zero bank got 12 volts pushed into it, and the absolute maximum for this guy is 6 volts by 5.5 plus 0.5 fluctuation, so basically 6 volts, it's all that it can handle. So we fried it, but luckily I have one more. Now I just have to go through the pain to desolder it and solder the new one in. Oh well, that's the price I pay for not paying attention and just hacking things in. Oh well, there you go, soldering iron on. I'm gonna do some tedious soldering, desoldering, and we're back in business. I had to cut this puppy off. I had to cut this puppy out. Very hard to unsolder without proper tools. So now we're back. Here we go, removing for the gears nicely. So yeah, this was toast from giving it 12 volts, giving the beans. It didn't like it. So now I'm gonna assemble the sandwich back again, and we'll go hook this goodness up to the bike. Here we are by the noble steed. We have a treasure map, a device, so everything should be able to hook up using the connectors except of the 2 wires. We need to tap power and power under run condition here, basically on 2 turns of this. So we'll have to tap into red and black wires. So since we'll be dealing with live electricity, let me unhook the battery and get this in there. here we are. Battery is on. I don't know if you can see this. So, which one is red? That's the red one. We'll go 12 volts. Should have nothing here unless we turn on the key, then we have 12 volts. Success! So here we are. It's kind of on. Yeah, a little flimsy. I think my angle is way too steep. We'll need to rake it down, but this is all temporary. So this is our power connection. What is this? This is that, I'm guessing. That is going over there. This connection. Yeah, you'll see, don't worry. That is my programming interface. Let it hang out there for now. That is my this. Okay. This is my speed sensor, which is not available right now. These are the power. Okay. So now we'll have to tap some things in here. And for that we need a 9-pin. Which looks like this. Yep. 9-pin connector. So let's see. Some of the stuff I already know. So we need green, which is this one. And I can never figure out which way I need to put these in. Yep, so here we go. So that should give us, yep, that gives us power. Okay, so now from here we need, where's my cheat sheet? Oil pressure is pink. And for that we go to oil pressure warning. It's orange and blue, I'm guessing. Orange and blue. White one, blue and green. So white one goes in next. Okay. Somebody didn't have all the color crayons. Who made this? So oil pressure switch. What are we looking for? We're looking for gas. Well, here we go. Fuel cylinder gauge. We're looking for yellow. And it's yellow on my chart too. So yellow is second row left. Second row left is yellow. So yeah, that's blue, and red is my pink. So it has to be in the middle. Here in the middle it is and my shock comes here, not here. Okay, so I need another one. I send it to blue. Okay. But for this we need to do a trick. Because shock doesn't go directly there. It comes to a controller module. So we need to put a jumper and send it back out. So it's from blue and white, that's what we're sending out from this guy, and it comes in on this blue wire, on this light blue. So for that we take the 6-pin connector, put one end in here, and the other one is opposite bottom. Right, this way. So here we go, without cutting any wires. I love the quality. To bend the tabs so they engage. Here we go. Let's look at these two. They're not too bad. These aren't half bad. There we go. Now we hook up turn signals. This one. Where's my high beam? Get in there. Totally not going in. If you're gonna act like this, I'm gonna cut you off and put a different one on. Bending, it's bending. There you go. Into the garbage. There we go. Problem solved. Well, now let's take a look what works. And what doesn't. Oil pressure is bad. That's good, right? We have no oil pressure. Fuel and temperature show something. Right turn signal. Okay, it's not flashing. Left turn signal. It's not flashing here. We're just getting it. That's okay. High beam, we have that. Oh, okay, let's hook up the gears and the spark. Oh yeah, I set this at the timeout. Now if I can remember for a minute, I think. Yeah, there you go. It even detects when the power's off. That's good. Now let's hook up the gears. And the gears are right here. It's these two connectors. Supposed to go like this. Okay. So now we're in neutral. And we need this one, right? Yep, this one. That is correct. Since it is a ground-based circuit, we need a test light. Yep. So now we're in neutral. Let's find neutral. So neutral is middle one, next to the switch. How about we go down into first? Are we in first? I don't think we're in first. I think we're in between. In between of something. Yeah. Let's see if we can catch. Okay. Now we're in first. Now we are in first. Okay, so first neutral. If we get that second, let's see. See if we can go up to gear. Was a click, so yeah, we're not in the gear anyway. Move the tire, right? There we go. Now we're in gear. Okay. So this row first, neutral second. Now let's jump into third. Let's G third. Nope, this guy. Yep. So that would be fourth and that would be fifth. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. Four. Yep. That will be five. Just to make sure. Just to make sure that this one is five. Yep. So that's quite simple. Have my cheat sheet with my color codes, and let's start putting this together. So I need first gray and black. Gray and black. Oh, gray and green. Yes. So that's my first. Second, so neutral is pink and white. Blue and white. Blue and white, yellow and black is my number 3. Four is red and yellow. And my number 5. So here we go. So here we go. And how did we do? Did you mess up anywhere? Come on. Hey look, 5th gear. 4th. We're in between gears. There we go. Now we hit third. Now we hit second. First, neutral. First, neutral. Second, third, fourth, fifth. No, it needs to be rotating. Okay. I win between gears. Here we go. Neutral. Okay. So let's hook up spark. And my spark setup is quite simple. Where did I put it? That's the one. That's the one. So we just take this off. Put this on and plug this one here. Maybe the other way around. First we plug this guy in here. Get in there. Okay, let's take this plastic off. Okay, here we go. And then we hook this up in here. There we go. And that should give us the spark signal. And see how we do, right? How did we do? Oil okay? So let's see if the temperature changes a little bit. 446, 447. Charging nicely. RPM is a little low. But otherwise, we did alright.